Hi there. I thought I'd do a little video, and it's a short one today. So I'm outside, as you can hear, and I know that I'll say this first of all. I'm with Doggo again. He's right behind me. Ozzy. So I'm in the woods, and I know that a few of you said, I can't hear you, get a microphone, blah, 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 blah. But I'm really trying to resist doing that because I just want it to be like this, kind of rough and ready, I guess. I don't want to make money. I don't want to, I'd need to ask for that to get a microphone, all that. I don't want to do that. Anyway, so this is just me talking and rambling as I ramble with my dog. So another thing, completely non-related to what I normally talk about, I had the absolute joy of seeing BTS in Wembley last night. If anyone around the world hasn't seen them, please go and see them. You're in for an absolute treat. It's so wonderful to see a South Korean boy band just taking over the world, and they are absolutely fantastic. So do go and see it if you can. And another thing before I get just to one little point that I wanted to discuss with you is that I've said this before, that no matter what I do, there's always some people online who are abusive. And I don't get it. I will never get it. I don't know why you would spend your life abusing other people. But to me, anyone who does this, not only are you just deleted and blocked, but also I see you as no better than Chris Watts. Because in the end of the day, it's all abuse and violence. And anyone who does that is no better. That's how I see you. So just don't bother to abuse me, because I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just a girl, woman, sitting in the woods and chatting to you about a few ideas. So that's said and done. I was thinking about, now what are your thoughts about this? The letter that Chris Watts wrote to, I think it was his parents, a few months before the tragic occurrence. He wrote a letter saying, I would never harm my wife and children. If anything happens to me, look to my wife. Interesting. So does that mean that way back he was actually planning something and tried to cover it up by writing a letter about to make out that Shanann was going to damage the family? Or sorry, there's someone passing, I always get quite nervous. Or what was that about? So tell me your thoughts about that letter that Chris wrote, and what that kind of reveals to us. And also I just read quite an interesting article, and it started off how I'd kind of been thinking that if we call Chris Watts evil, it's just way too simplistic and sort of reptilian of us to do that. We're not using our sophisticated brain in a way by just saying that. Whether you believe inherent evil exists, and please do not start putting religious comments on here as well, because I will just delete them. It's not a religious debate here. But it's kind of too simplistic for me to just say he's evil, he did it, that's it. I don't think that's it. I think it's way more complicated and interesting than that. I read an article, and so the article started off, pretty much discussing what I just said. It's way more too simplistic to just think this, and there are so many other possibilities. Why don't we use our brain to discuss that? And then it sort of started to go into sort of Shanann bashing. And there's been a lot of that as well, which I really despise. She spent all their money, she was overbearing, she was this, she was that, and it goes back to this insidious woman hating that we have in this world. So I don't want any of that either, because I don't agree with any of that at all. I won't have dead bashing or woman bashing on this channel. And so the article went on saying, it's way too simplistic, and, she admitted that before it happened that she had humiliated him. I don't know how they got her voice there. And then at the end of the article it said, ultimately Chris Watts could be described as evil, but also he could be described as a cowardly, humiliated man. cowardly, humiliated man. Wow. There are so many things wrong with that sentence considering what he did. Cowardly, humiliated equals murdering your family and putting them in oil drums. And the word man, for me, that's kind of debatable as well. So let me know your thoughts, A, about the letter that he wrote. What was that about? And B, any other possibilities? And let's kind of steer away from the narcissism thing, because it's kind of like a catchphrase it's sort of taken on in this case. And I believe, again, that it's not as simple as that. I do believe, yes, he had a secret world going on that was very real to him, perhaps, but that's worth discussing as well. Yeah, so tell me about your thoughts about the letter, because I'm really interested in that. And again, thank you for watching. And from me and Doggo, Aussie, have a great day, everybody.